Hello, my wonderful Sagittarius. I hope you all are doing amazing. In today's video, I will be tapping into the energies of those of you that are currently not in communication with your person. So, as per usual, I will be starting off with an oracle and we can clarify the existing energies with tarot. Okay, guys, so we have the adjudication card here. So there could quite literally be some sort of legal matters that are going on when it comes to this connection here. But if that's not the case, this could be a card where, or it's letting me know that you guys could be judging the situation, kind of like weighing the pros and the cons. Is the situation doing something for me, or am I just, feeling consumed by it for the wrong reasons? Or you could also just be wondering, again, like it seems to me that you're judging the situation in terms of, is it actually something that's going to work out, or are you feeling consumed by it for the wrong reasons? What are the pros here? What are the cons? It could even be about this person that you're, inquiring about, where it's like, okay, I feel like they do, fulfill me emotionally, but then, maybe this needs to change. And if this very thing doesn't change, then I don't know if we can actually have a successful connection here. Something is not working and it's making you reevaluate a decision that you've made, or it's making you think about this person and this connection and almost look at it in a different light. Okay, so let's see. Some of you could be dealing with the Leo, and I believe if I remember correctly, Capricorn pulled that card there yesterday. So you may have Capricorn placements in your chart, so feel free to check out that reading, or you could be dealing with one. So we have the Judgment. Okay, so Leo energy, Scorpio energy here as well. Definitely a wake-up call. Okay, I also see this as someone who has made some sort of a change. So they have either released a bad habit, maybe they have released something else from their life or someone else, but I see them as making some sort of a change and they feel more free or more confident this week. So I'm going to start off by seeing how they're viewing you. The Sun card, as well as the Judgment, could also speak about some sort of divine intervention. Okay, so something unfolding or happening the way that it should. But I see it as positive with the Sun card. Okay. The Devil. This person is tempted by you. That's how they're viewing you. They're viewing you as someone that they feel, yes, very connected to, but when you have the Devil, guys, it's more of an attachment. It's more of there's an obsession factor there. So they could be, obsessing over an outcome. They could feel very attached to you, and they're like, "Why do I keep clinging on to Sagittarius? Their energy. You know what I mean?" But initially, what I was getting here is like temptation. Someone is viewing you as someone that they feel so connected to. They have this very deep desire for you, but they feel like they should not. And it's interesting because Capricorn pulled that card, and this is their energy. So some of you may actually be dealing with the Capricorn. It's like they're acknowledging how connected they feel to you, but there's something wrong about this connection, or they feel guilty for feeling the way that they do. Three of Wands, okay, followed by the Seven of Pentacles in the challenge position. There's definitely a waiting game here, and this waiting game could have been occurring for a very long time. And so when you have the Three of Wands as well as the Seven of Pentacles, the reason your person feels challenged this week is it's kind of a simple message here. It's the fact that you guys are at a distance from each other, or there's like, obviously emotional distance here. That could be the case. But Seven of Pentacles is like this person feels like they were waiting for the right time to do something. Okay, so I'm going to break down this energy for you guys so you can better understand what I'm getting at here. For one, I could read it as this person felt like they had more time to either let go of a bad habit, maybe get out of another situation. They just feel like they had more time, okay? But they're feeling challenged because what's becoming clear to them is that they've waited way too long to make a very crucial change for this bond. and they feel like it only created more distance. So, it could be that they had to make a change, but they were like, you know what, I'll put that on the back burner. I'll think about that later, or I have time, or we can just, they may have felt that the both of you were going to continue to bond until they were ready to make that change. But what they did not realize is that this connection wasn't just based off of their timing. You're also involved. So you could have made a change here or said, you know what, I'm not going to be strung along here, or I'm not going to be in a connection where you're not fully investing. So, why they feel challenged is they genuinely felt like they had more time to make a decision, or they had more time to make a change, is what I'm getting here. But they did not. And now, this is almost like someone who is dealing with the repercussions of their actions, is how it's coming through to me. This person also feels like when they were connecting with you, they weren't necessarily planning for the future. The Three of Wands is all about, planning for the future. It could even be, waiting for something to happen. But the main message that I'm getting here is like someone feels like they just waited too long. There was not enough planning. It was more so living in the moment, or feeling like I could, make that change when I feel like it, or I have more time to make that change. And then things have backfired on them. Okay, how are you viewing them? King of Cups. You view this person as someone who's very nurturing. There's some sort of comfort that you find in them. This person may be older than you, or there's some sort of emotional maturity here that may have, or that may be the reason why you felt so drawn to them initially. Okay, so I'm not saying that you still view them as someone who's emotionally mature, but you do have love for them. You do feel like they were very nurturing towards you. But you may also feel like they're a little bit passive aggressive, or they're very submissive. Like they kind of just let things happen. And sometimes you wish that they would just take control, or, be in the driver's seat and say, okay, this is my life. I need to do this. I need to, do it now. You feel like there's a lack of urgency on their end. It's almost like what made you feel closer to this person, or what you initially liked about this person, is seeming like a con now. Like you may have admired the fact that this person was very collected, or they were very submissive and very nurturing, but now you feel like those are the exact qualities that are playing a large factor in this separation. You may feel like they're a little too passive, or a little too submissive, where they're not really doing anything actively to create a change here. Okay, very specific message, but some of you feel that you have to kind of walk on eggshells around this person, because you may feel that they are a little bit sensitive towards what you have to say. So even if you're not trying to offend them, you may feel like this is someone who definitely takes things to heart, or they're like a little bit defensive here. In your feelings, we have the Nine of Pentacles and the Tower. So since the separation, you have been choosing yourself. You kind of feel like, I need to pour into myself, or I need to focus on myself. Some of you are wondering how you got into a situation where you feel like you're tied up in this situation, but you're also wondering how you got into a situation that was so uncertain. Like for some of you, you have never been in a connection like this before, or you've never connected to someone like this before. And this is very specific, but for some of you, this may be your first time connecting with someone that was already in another commitment, and you had to figure that out later on. I'm not saying that you were connecting with this person knowing that they were in a connection, but this may be your first experience with someone, playing both sides, or being in between worlds, or being very indecisive. And even if the devil is not like them being in another connection, it could be that you felt they weren't entirely committed to you. It just seems to me that this is a very different situation, or it is the first time you have been in a situation like this. Some of you are dealing with a Scorpio, Six of Pentacles in your feelings, and the Four of Cups. You are definitely becoming very, or feeling very impatient when it comes to the situation this week. And so with the Six of Pentacles and the Four of Cups, guys, that's an energy of you saying, I'm losing interest because there's a lack of equal give and take here. You're not reciprocating the energy that I'm putting forward. You may be realizing this week that you were kind of the glue, holding this relationship together. You may also be realizing that you were constantly giving to the situation, possibly even overextending yourself. And it's making you lose interest with the Four of Cups and the Six of Pentacles, because there's a lack of equal give and take. So you're looking at the situation like, okay, I'm not going to, overextend myself or work overtime in this connection, right? If you're not going to meet me halfway. And you're not happy with how things are going between the both of you, but it's almost like you're taking all that energy and you're putting it into yourself, or you're putting it into your work, you're putting it into your craft. Because this is a connection that has been very draining. And I think that's why I was getting a specific message about you guys feeling like, how did I end up in this? Or I've never been in a situation like this, and I never want to be in a situation like this again because it has exhausted me entirely. Two of Cups, clarifying the Three of Wands, and the Emperor, clarifying the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah. This person still feels very, very connected to you. I just feel like it's not that they don't know what to do. That's not the way the download is coming through to me. It's someone who feels like I waited too long and here I am dealing with the repercussions of my actions. But what do I do now? Because it has been a very long time, or I waited too long. It has already happened. It has already unfolded the way that it's supposed to. And we have the Emperor, which is someone who's trying to remain in control. They may even be trying to numb their pain, or try their best not to think about the situation. But with the Devil, that's obsessive thinking. So as much as their demeanor may be very stoic, or a bit detached here, they're still very much feeling connected to you. And Three of Wands and Two of Cups is like a message of, despite the distance, I still love you, or I still feel so connected to you, like you're right here. And the Two of Cups is also associated with like connecting with your higher self. So this person could be receiving, downloads, or they have a gut feeling that they should be doing the right thing. And another specific download coming through here, guys, is like this person could have mentioned to you that they were going through some sort of legal matters, to get out of another commitment, or another connection. But you may have been involved with this person as, their legal matters were ongoing, but you feel like it was just kind of prolonging the process of the both of you coming together. Sorry, guys, I just cracked my knuckles. But you could be dealing with an Aries as well. But I definitely feel here, guys, like with the Emperor and the Two of Cups, like they're trying to remain very, this is not bothering me, or I need to be strong about this. But internally, they're very bothered. But it's just they feel like either too much time has passed, or they waited too long to take action. Prince of Pentacles in their feelings, okay? And the Princess of Wands. They really want to communicate with you. I do see that they want to have a conversation here. So this could be like a message, reaching out, telling you that they miss you, wondering how you're doing. We also have the Wheel of Fortune and the Five of Cups. Yeah, they feel like it's too late to act on how they feel. The Wheel of Fortune is a cycle closing out, something changing. If you don't make a decision is going to be made for you. A case of divine intervention here. And then we have the Five of Cups, which is them focused on spilled milk. Like, this is what I should have done. This is what I could have done. I should have done this at this time. And now I'm thinking about it and I feel like we have no more time. So there's a lot of regret that your person is facing. They also feel like they were very fixed in their ways, and that contributed to this separation, or the both of you not being able to come together. Like this person with the Emperor and the Wheel of Fortune may have had a very specific way that they wanted things to work out, right? So maybe they felt like, I'm going to decide to be in a connection with Sagittarius as soon as my, for example, legal issues are over, or as soon as I, let go of this thing or that thing, you know what I mean? But they waited way too long, and they're realizing that now, and they feel like there's a part of them that feels like they were a bit stubborn, or they should have been more open-minded, or open-minded, especially when it comes to being considerate of your feelings and the timeline that you're working on. But they feel like they were more focused on how they wanted to do things. Okay, so we have the Two of Swords coming out in the potential outcome, and the Prince of Cups. What's the Two of Swords? The Hanged Man, the Prince of Cups, Five of Pentacles. Two of Swords and the Hanged Man, it does let me know that this person is like, the fact that they're at a crossroads is going to continue. If they are in another connection or another situation, they're thinking about you, but that's what they're doing. The Hanged Man is more so thinking. It's not necessarily action oriented. And the Two of Swords is being unable to make a decision because you feel like there's a lack of clarity. And for many of you, I feel like this person genuinely feels that, too much time has passed. And then we have the Five of Pentacles, which is clarifying the Prince of Cups. For some of you, you may be receiving a message from this person since it's coming out in the potential outcome here. But with the Five of Pentacles, you may feel called to ignore it or not respond, Because the Five of Pentacles is about treating someone almost like an outsider in your life, or not allowing them to have full access to you. So I do feel like there may be a message coming in, but I'm not sure that you're going to respond. I feel like it could be it could be like one-sided, where one person is trying to reach out to the other and they quite literally can't get through to them. So maybe you've changed your number, or this person has changed their number, or it's like purposely choosing not to respond and saying, you know what, I don't feel like I want to allow you back into my life because you're not making the necessary changes. And don't get me wrong, Sagittarius, I do feel like this person is extremely drawn to you, very attracted to you. They have a lot of love with the Two of Cups. It's just they genuinely feel like they should have done something sooner. And the Five of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune, it's giving me the energy of someone who's just watching something unfold in front of them. And they're feeling a lot of pain, but they're like, it's too late for me to do anything. So even if you don't agree with that, that's how this person feels. Okay, so let's see what they want to communicate to you. Okay, sorry guys. There we go. Okay, what do they want to communicate to you? I don't know why this happened. So there could be a bit of confusion on their end. I honestly feel like they are thinking about the situation. They're like, I thought I had more time to work this out. Or I thought I would, reveal something when I felt like the time was right. And then, things just backfired here. And then it says, I don't know why this happened. Yeah, so there could definitely be emotional confusion. But I also feel like this person's very confused when it comes to how things ended between you both. I daydream about a life with you. Yeah, hanged man energy. There's a lot of fantasizing. There's a lot of, how would it be if I was, living with Sagittarius, or if I was, in a commitment with Sagittarius. Look at this, guys. I am in a committed relationship. I do love you. You know what I'm getting here, guys? Like, and I did say, with the devil, they're so tempted by you. They have so many feelings for you, but they feel like they shouldn't. I don't feel that this message here would apply to you if this person was not indecisive, because this seems to be an indecisive individual. But the way that the download is coming through to me, guys, I'm going to explain it to you. I don't think indecisive is the right word, because energetically they feel connected to you. You are who they're thinking about. But they feel like the logical thing to do is, with the Emperor, they may have an image to maintain. They may be in another connection and they feel like they're entitled to it. Maybe they're connected to someone through children or assets. They're connected to you, but they feel like it's wrong to go after you. They view you as a temptation. And they know that being with you is going to require them to leave another connection, but that's what they're used to. That's what they feel like they should be doing. This person could be fearing judgment from others. And then it says, I do love you. But I'm hearing this in a way where it's like, they want you to know that they love you, but they know that they can't prove it to you. So it's like, it's the tone, it's very different. Like the way that the download is coming through. It's like, I want you to know that I do love you, but they also know that sounds a little bit odd because they're not really getting out of another connection, or they're not really making the necessary changes here. This person did not expect to fall for you. I truly believe that this is someone who's in another committed relationship, like it says, or they have commitments elsewhere. Even if they're not connecting with someone on an emotional level, they feel like they have responsibilities elsewhere. And again, I feel like they do love you. I see that in the cards, but it sounds a bit odd. They feel like it would sound a bit odd to tell you that because they're not doing what they need to do in order to pursue a connection with you. It seems to me that this is someone who is accepting the fact that they cannot be in a relationship with you, and it's really bothering them. Okay, let's see what needs to be surrendered in this connection. So this could be a message that applies to you or your person. It's like they feel defeated because it's like, I can tell Sagittarius that I love them, but if I'm not going to make the necessary changes to be in a connection, then what does that mean? Surrender denial. Accept people and situations exactly as they are without denying the difficulties. Then you can see things clearly and make the best decisions. Okay? So this could be a message for you, okay, Sagittarius, or it could be your person. But this is accepting a situation for what it is, seeing someone's true colors and saying, okay, that's who you are, and I'm not going to paint a different picture. I think what's difficult about the situation for those of you that are resonating is the fact that there's a connection here, but you feel like there's nothing being done about it, or you're wondering, why do I feel so connected to someone who feels entitled to another situation, or why am I, again, I did say this could be the first time you were involved in a situation like this, and so you're kind of like a little bit scattered when it comes to what to do here. Like, this could be a situation that made you just want to focus on yourself and enjoy your singlehood. And there's like this energy of you feeling like, okay, what was this supposed to teach me? Like, why did we build a connection just for me to figure out that this person is entitled to another situation, or they're not going to make the necessary changes for us to be in a higher level of commitment here? But, with surrender denial, it's about, accepting a situation or a person for who they are or what it is. And I know that could sound a bit difficult, especially because, you still have emotions for this person here, but it's like some of you want to see the good side. You want to believe that something positive could happen, but you're also looking out for yourself. You're like, I don't want to put my heart on the line, or I don't want to plant any false hope in my mind. So let's see if we can get a closing angel message for you guys. This person is viewing you as someone that they cannot have, and it's really bothering them within the next few weeks. Okay, so some of you could be anticipating some sort of communication from this person, even if it's not communication or a conversation where you want to reconcile with them. It could just be hearing from them. And I did say they want to reach out to you, but I also see it as someone who feels like they've run out of time, or they have, they feel entitled to another situation here. The changes that they need to make are very large changes. It's not something that I see happening overnight here. Okay. So my wonderful Sagittarius, that is what I'm getting for you this week. I really do hope you were able to find a message that resonated with you here today. And thank you so much for your time.